We are live. Here we go. Right, everything loaded and everything. Hotspot working. All right. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy King Gabe here, going live with another Bible reading. And one thing I point out, I just realized I need to get these also on my Patreon, because I know recently I've been, like last when I first started this, I was doing them as pre-recorded videos, and instantly they would be on Patreon first, and then they came up here each Sunday. But since they're now live streams, yeah, I gotta make remember to get this one and the one I did last Sunday on my Patreon list too. Still to be there like the other Bible readings there. Oh, excuse me. I was expecting to do that. So, yep, like I say, so since this is a live stream now, we're gonna be doing two chapters. I know when we started, it was one chapter per video, but we're gonna go with two chapters, mainly due to the subject matter at hand for this one, and be on the lookout. It's probably, chances are there might be some other videos like this where we do a little double, so like a daily double in Jeopardy. So yeah, just be advised that that could possibly happen there, especially being a live stream where we can, sort of do this a little longer than an edited video. So yeah, there's that. And plus, I mean, I gotta say these stories are really, especially we get into Abraham now. So yeah, we get into the father of the nations there. What the Lord's about to do for Abraham here, and we know what transpires from here. But a lot of us know. Some of you watching may not know. Like I say again, this might be your first time, with the Bible in general. So, but yeah, so first time you're in for a treat to hear about old Abraham now. So, and be sure if you hadn't seen the previous Bible reading videos, they're under the playlist Bible reading. So make sure you catch up there. Check them out too. Um, Definitely like, share, subscribe. Get a say, hang out with us on Discord and Facebook and here in these live streams, and also definitely support us on that Patreon there. So that way, yeah, help support the channel there, and definitely subscribe. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. That we be notified when these videos come out, as well as our other videos here on this channel. So, without further ado, let us dive right into chapter 12 and then also 13 of Genesis for this Bible reading video. Now, how many chapters will we do in the next video? You'll find out. You'll find out when we get ready to set up for it. Like I did. I posted the live stream schedule, and this is of course the first one. First of them. Make sure we do this one first before any other live streams for the week, each week, and everything. Um, so like I say, so you've seen live stream schedule, and like I say, if any live streams come outside of the schedule, you will be notified. But that's the ones that we know about for this week. So yeah, first one here. It's called in my Bible. We're starting off under the subject, the call of Abraham. Well, right. So start off and say, now the Lord said to Abram, before this is still he hadn't become Abraham just yet. To Abraham, I mean to Abram. I'm so used to saying Abraham. Abram, go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land I will show you, and I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and him to dishonors you, I will curse. And in all you and you all the families of the earth will be shall be blessed. So Abram went as the Lord told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. Hmm. Okay, so he's 75. Oh, he's close. I actually was when I made that thumbnail for this video, I put in 80s there. I thought he was in his 80s at the beginning of when the Bible first started talking about Abraham. I thought he was 80s. But that's close though. Yeah, 75, about 5 years away from 80. So yeah. And Abram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, basically the nephew. Always gotta be that nephew, and like we always have that nephew, nephew, and all their possessions that they had gathered, and the people that they had acquired from Haran, and they set out to go to the land of Canaan. When they came to the land of Canaan, Abram passed through the land to a place at Shechem, to the oak of Morah. At the time, the Canaanites were in the land. The Lord appeared to Abram and said, to your offspring I will give this land. So he built an altar to the Lord who had appeared to him. From there, he moved to the hill country on the east of Bethel and pitched his tent with Bethel on the west and I. Okay, well, you got to spell A-I. Okay, so I on the east. I think that's how you. I guess think that would be how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Um, and there he built an altar to the Lord and called upon the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed on, still going toward the Negev, Negb, Negeb. Okay. Now the subject changes to Abram and Sarai in Egypt. Now there was a famine in the land. Hmm. They pay close attention. This is not going to be the first time we'll be encountering a famine here. So Abram went down to Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was severe in the land. When he was about to enter Egypt, he said to Sarai, his wife, I know that you are a woman beautiful in appearance. Okay. As in, and when the Egyptians see you, they will say, this is his wife. Then they will kill me, but let you live. Say you are my sister, that it may go well with me because of you, that my life be spared for your sake. Oh boy. You know. So let me say something about that right quick. And when we get now we're coming to this, but a little bit later. Especially those of you already know where this is gonna know what's gonna happen with these two later. Those of you who know, when after he became Abraham and Sarai became Sarah, they Lord said they would have a son. They didn't think that was possible because of their old age. At the time that they gave birth to their first son between Abraham and Sarah, Abraham was 100 and Sarah 90. And also, and so here the beginning of chapter 12 starts off where Abraham is 75. This means Sarah has to be 65 because, like I say again, when they had their first son, Abraham was 100 and Sarah was 90. So that's a 10-year age gap between the two. So that means his 65-year-old wife is very, as he say, very beautiful. Wow, you imagine say you imagine and they say still got it for you for the lady for my ladies watching and everything. You still got it going on at 65. Mm. But I told my queen, yeah, yeah, I know you'll still have it going on. So just saying there. Yeah, that had to had to elaborate on that one. So he's so yeah, he got a 65-year-old bombshell. Say you when Abram entered Egypt, the Egyptians saw that the woman was very beautiful. Mm. And when the prince, the princess, the more than one prince of Pharaoh, say so Pharaoh's sons there, yeah, saw her, they praised her to Pharaoh. Mm. Now we don't know how old these prince. We don't know how pretty much the Pharaoh's son. The sons of Pharaoh, the sons of a ruler would be called the prince. There, we don't know how old these guys are. We don't know how. Like I say, it doesn't say, but like I say again, Sarah is a 65-year-old bombshell to have them like, hey, how you doing? Mm. you know. So they and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house, and for her sake he dealt well with Abram. He had sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male servants, female donkeys, and camels. But the Lord afflicted Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. So Pharaoh called Abram and said, "What is this you have done to me? Why did you not tell me that she was your wife? Why did you say she is my sister so that I took her for my wife? Now then here is your wife, take her and go." And Pharaoh gave men orders concerning him. They sent him away with his wife and all that he had. So Pharaoh got pretty shook up there about they finding out that this was that they were a husband and wife, and it was a so they take her and go. I remember and I mentioned in my growing up in the church live stream, mentioned about when we did my church New Bethlehem did the Abraham play, and I got to play Abraham and everything. So yeah, I definitely remember this part of the scripture, especially in the play there when he was sent away there. Now we come to the 13th chapter. Abram and Lot separate. About to about to separate from his nephew. Yeah, almost. Okay, so Abram went up from Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, with and Lot with him into neat the Negeb again. Now Abram was very rich in livestock and silver and in gold, all what he got from Egypt there. And he journeyed from Negeb as far as Bethel to the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Ai, to a place where he had made an altar at the first. At there, Abram called on the name of the Lord, and Lot, who went with Abram, also had flocks and herds and tents, so that the land could not support both of them dwelling there, for their possessions were so great they could not dwell together, and there was a strife between. Oh yeah, they could not. Hey, how you doing, Janera? I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, reading about old Abraham. Well, he's Abram. He's still being called Abram at the moment. There, so and there was a strife between the herdsmen of Abram's livestock and the herdsmen of Lot's livestock. At that time, the Canaanites and the Perizzites were dwelling in the land. Now I remember this part not only just from here, but uh, I liked it very well. Liked it very well there. Yeah, did a really good job there. Yeah, but I def but I definitely this part where Abram and Lot were having a strife amongst each other. I definitely remember. It was briefly shown in a VHS I had called "In the Beginning," that started with Abraham, and yeah, they was him and it showed him and Lot. They was having a slight argument. Then the next scene, which was the next day, um, this happened right here. Then Abram said to Lot, "Let there be no strife between you and me, and between your herdsmen and my herdsmen, for we are kinsmen. Is it not the whole land before you? Separate separate yourself from me. If you take the left land, I will go to the right. If you take the right, I'll go to the left." Abram saying, "Look, nephew, I'm gonna let you choose. Okay, okay. Which way you gonna go? Because if you make your choice, I'll go the opposite way." Sort of like when you be trying to get by somebody in the store or something, you're like, okay, I'm trying to figure out which way you going so I can go around the other way. Yeah, they had that going. So he's like, yeah, let's put it into this little quarrel now, Lot. And Lot lifted up his eyes and saw that the Jordan Valley was well watered everywhere, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt in the direction of Zoar, Zoar. This was before the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. And Sodom and Gomorrah, that's going to be very important later in here. So Lot chose for himself all the Jordan Valley, and Lot journeyed east. Thus they separated from each other. Abram settled in the land of Canaan, while Lot settled among the cities and the valleys and moved his tent as far as Sodom. Now the men of Sodom were wicked, great sinners against the Lord. Thank Lot. Think Lot didn't really make a very good choice here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that Lot. That's not too good, Lot. That's not going to end well for you, buddy. The Lord said to Abram, after Lot had separated from him, "Lift up your eyes and look from the place where you are, northward, and southward, and eastward, and westward, north, south, east, west." Almost like that song I mentioned in my church video. He's all over me, on the right, on the left, and the front and the back. North, east, south, east, and west. For all the land that you see, I will give you to your offspring forever. I will make your offspring as the dust of the dust, as the dust of the earth, so that if one can count the dust of the earth, your offspring can be counted. Hmm. So there's a lot of dust. You can't really count dust. And in the VHS I had, when God talked to Abram and said, "Your descendants will be endless. You won't be able to count them." He told in the VHS, he told him, "Look up at the stars." He's like, "Can you count the stars?" Abram said, "No, I can't count the stars, Lord." That's the way your offspring are going to be. You won't be able to count them. So, yeah. Arise, walk through the length of the bread and the breadth of the land I will give you. So Abram moved his tent and came and settled by the oaks of Mamre, the Mamre, which are at Hebron, and there he built an altar to the Lord. So far, Abram his journey has just begun. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more going on with him, and not to mention, the Lord has promised him many descendants. Um, Despite now, first thing, coming up, and they do, and Abram even asks them this himself, much later. How are they going to have any kids? This man is 75 and Sarah is 65, a bombshell of a 65-year-old, but still 75 and 65, and we're going to have kids? But remember, one thing you got to remember, nothing is impossible for the Lord God. And one thing, and like you say, we don't always understand why he does things the way he does at times, but one thing about it is only him. The things only he can do, which means, yeah, like I say, to us, a 65-year-old woman having a baby, or better yet, a 90. It's gonna be much later when they have their first child. A 90-year-old woman having a baby is off. We'd be like, how in the world that happened? Some of us be lucky to live to 90, but you just imagine. You hear on the news or TikTok or some 90-year-old woman just had a baby. Say what? You think that's impossible, but if God will it, it'll happen. It don't matter, because like I say, it is possible. If it's God's will, it's possible. So yeah, that's all we're covering for this one. Just those two chapters, like I say. Um, next Bible reading, we'll be covering some more. I'm not sure if it's going to be one, two, maybe three, because I'm looking at the what she's having. Yes, yeah, like I say, it is some, like I say. Matter of fact, in this day and time, it's amazing that somebody has a baby past their 50s. But so you just imagine, and I say 50s because because like I say, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Janet Jackson had one past her 50s. So you just imagine somebody past their 90s. Wow. Yep. Yeah, that is a blessing. Yeah. So we'll be getting to that when it happens there. And like I say, so I'm looking at like the stream time. So yeah, like I said, we might end up doing 3 chapters in the next one. But like I say, if we do, you guys will know before the stream starts. And let as for now, close that out there. And it'll say, be sure to tune in the next Bible reading, and also with the other streams that's coming up that's listed on the what I posted this morning. Like, share, subscribe. Definitely support us on that Patreon now, and we will see y'all in the next video, as well as also the next stream. Take care, everybody.